Well, the way we got involved in the Little Lunch app competition was, first of all, I had seen the program Little Lunch, and I thought it was a really great program that would engage the students. I thought they would think it was funny. And I did a little bit of research online and I saw that there was a competition, and I knew that we were going to use the app anyway to do an assessment task, so I thought we'd enter our videos into the competition. That's how we got involved. I picked a few episodes of the show Little Lunch that I thought had ethical dilemmas in them, and we analysed how the ethical dilemma was resolved and how the characters behaved. And then we looked at planning, and actually I got together with a couple of other teachers and we made a demonstration episode, embarrassingly wearing school uniforms, and we showed that to the students, and that gave them a bit of an idea of how they could use the app and also model their story, their ethical dilemma around the show and the way the show was developed and designed. So in groups, they started with their ethical dilemma. They worked out what the ethical dilemma was and why it was an ethical dilemma. And then they came up with their characters. They had to have two main characters and talk about the personalities. And then after that, they used a storyboarding page where they drew pictures to show what would be happening in each scene, and they also wrote down dialogue that they'd be using, and then after that, then they wrote their script.
Well, the Little Lunch app lets you create your own Little Lunch video with an ethical dilemma and different parts of the story.
Well, the Lunch app lets you make movies and express your ideas in creative ways.
We had to write down our script and our ideas of the ethical dilemma, and then we wrote down what we were going to say, and then we drew pictures to match that.
The pictures were where we're going to film it. I thought it was important because you wouldn't have a script, you wouldn't know what you're saying.
We had to figure out what we would call the characters, how they would be portrayed in the film.
I really liked doing the part where the camera falls onto the ground as if it was Jack that fell onto the ground, because
it feels like you were actually there in the moment when it happens.
I have never seen students that enthusiastic about doing an assessment task. They actually would come into the classroom, look at the board and go, yes, we're doing our English assessment today, which are words I never thought I'd hear out of some students now. And then even when they were filming outside, I'd go down to check on them. Every single group was engaged the whole time. I thought I'd have to go up and say, are you on task? Never. The whole time they were completely 100% engaged. They just loved it. And I loved it too.